All right, Hannah, thank you. Right now, some breaking new information on the Delphi murders trial as court just wrapped up day 11 of testimony.
Jurors heard from a neighbor who owns property near the scene. Russ McQuaid joins us live from outside of Carroll County right now courthouse with the very breaking details. Hey, Russ.
Good afternoon, Nick and Dan. After a stumbling start to the prosecution's case over the last week, the state has scored mightily in its prosecution of Richard Allen, accused of the 2017 murders of Libby German and Abby Williams near the Monon High Bridge. Late this afternoon, it was revealed that an owner of a house on 625, County Road 625, which basically runs right there underneath the Monon High Bridge on the south side of Deer Creek, that's the location where investigators say Richard Allen, bridge guy, met the two girls, Abby and Libby, brought them down off the bridge, took them down a ravine, so to speak, to the creek side, where in confessions we heard recounted by a prison psychiatrist this afternoon, Dr. Monica Walla. She said in prison, Richard Allen gave her a step-by-step synopsis of how he met the girls, took them down, was down on the south side of the creek, intended to assault them there, but he freaked out when he heard a white van driving on a ridge on a road nearby. That is the driveway of Brad Weber, who lives down there. Brad Weber testified that he got off work at about 2 o'clock that afternoon. Takes him 20-25 minutes to drive home. He arrived home driving a white van up that road at about 2:30 p.m. Richard Allen had told in his confession that it was a white van that scared him. He took the girls to the other side of the creek, slashed their throats, said he stayed there long enough to make sure they were deceased and didn't suffer, then walked back up to his car that was parked on County Road 300 North. On County Road 300 North, a black 2016 Ford Focus was spotted right where Richard Allen said he parked his car. There was also testimony this afternoon. They did a vehicle search in Carroll County. Only one person owned a black Ford Focus Model SE in 2017. That would have been Richard Allen. So what the prosecution has managed to accomplish in the last couple days, they've brought in a crime spatter, crime scene expert who laid out how the scene where the girls' bodies was found, how the murder went down. They have brought forth a psychiatrist from the correctional facility who treated Richard Allen in 2023 who said he confessed. They also have indications that he was confessing to his wife over the phone. She told him to stop doing it. Then they also have his words, not only his confession, but also the testimony of a neighbor who said, yep, that was about the same time of day I was driving up in my white van, which would dovetail with Richard Allen's own account of why he panicked in the middle of that assault, because he saw a white van driving nearby and took the girls to the other side of Deer Creek.
Russ McQuaid reporting live there with some new information today in the Delphi trial. Of course, this also came, as Russ mentioned there, amidst some new details about those alleged jailhouse confessions from the man accused in these Delphi murders.
Yeah, we're here now with our legal analyst, John Tompkins here. And John, there has been a level to this trial where it's been just a bunch of little things, maybe meticulous steps that the prosecution is now laying out. A little bit here today, we're starting to see some of those threads be pulled and kind of brought together a little bit. This newest revelation that Russ just told us here about with the neighbor and the vehicle, do you think that is something that piques the jury's interest there?
Absolutely. These statements to the psychiatrist in the jail, in the prison, are words from his own mouth if they're well recorded, and it is going to be up to the defense to show the jury why they should not believe those words beyond a reasonable doubt.
Is this the strongest part of the prosecution's case so far that you've seen from everything we've been told about what's happening in court?
Yes, it is. It still has the earmarks of mental illness. There was other behavior by Mr. Allen after he received discovery. It still has, he could have gotten all of this information from discovery. So we don't know the full story yet, but this is clearly the biggest hill that they have to climb.
We talked a little bit yesterday about secondhand confessions that people who worked at the prison were saying. And how contextually the jury, it's not him confessing, it's someone saying they heard him confess. The fact that this one is coming from a psychologist, does that bear any more weight than, do you think, in the eyes of a jury?
It is probably better recorded, not recorded with tape or video, but recorded with handwritten notes and observations by a professional. It will carry more weight.
Yeah. What do you think we see here in the days to come from the prosecution as they wrap up their case in the days and weeks ahead?
I think this is where the prosecution tries to keep their promise from opening statement that they will show the jury things that Richard Allen knew that were not otherwise available, that only the killer would know.
Yeah.
And we'll see how much of that was actually in the discovery that he saw at the same time of these confessions.
All right. John Tompkins joining us for some analysis of everything happening today in court. John, thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you as always, John. Now, just a reminder, we'll of course be following the Delphi trial coverage day by day. For all the latest developments, be sure to check our website, fox59.com, for the most up-to-date information. Of course, you can always tune into our newscasts right here on Fox 59.